Hello everybody, socalthero here. Welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 21. In this video, from the thumbnail, you can probably already guess what we're gonna work on. I've been really wanting to record this and work on this because it's been sitting idle for a while, and I've been doing a few other project cars first before I got to these. But here's a little sneak preview of something else we're gonna be working on in the near future here. Same brand, so I'll give you a little idea of what it is. But yeah, working on the Crown Vic mod today. So I have 3 versions of the car. I have this right here, the New York City taxi cab here. It's pretty cool. The sign actually changes up here. At least it did when I was painting it. I don't know if it does while it's just sitting here, but oh yeah, it does. There it goes. So I have this version of the car. All 3 versions of the car will be stock, but I'm going to be selling one of them. And I'm going to leave it as a surprise. I'll tell you guys at the end of the video, and then we'll go to sell it. But the cab is already fixed up. It's good to go. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. ECU looked like it was a little bad. It's fixed up. It's good to go. I found all 3 of them or 2 of them in the barn, and the one that I'm going to be working on, I got at an auction. But listen to that V8. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. But the 3 that I have, 2 have the same engine. This has the same engine as the one I'm going to work on that's inside. And then this one has a supercharger, which if you look at this thing, it's of no surprise. It's kind of hard to get into this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I had to do to make this work. I did not realize, but the original mod has... Whoops. Has a seat in there. So when you go to disassemble the interior, you might go, hey, where's the seat that it says is damaged if you have it in there or it's worn out? If you look right there, that's the seat. So the mod creator put a seat in there, I guess, so you can sit in it, although I'm not having any luck with it. But you can sit in the car right there when you go to test drive it. And if you're not sure where to find the seat in this version of it, I think it's called the Neighborhood. Yeah, the Neighborhood version of the Crown Vic. That's where it's at. It's hidden down there and into the seat because this is part of the car. So, yeah, this car is completely done. As you can see, 100% on all of it. So it does come without a hood. I don't know if that's really a thing. I'm not a big fan of this car, but I guess it's a thing either way. So I was like, okay, I'll fix one up. But the one we're going to be working on today, of course, is an LAPD version of it, which is really cool. It's a nice retired car. There's no parts on it right now other than the body paneling, and the interior is all set and done. The trunk obviously is done. Let me close that. Oh, looks like the guy's template has an issue right there. But there's no motor, there's no transmission, there's no suspension, nothing like that. I should have, well, other than that, I should have a majority of the parts already. I say majority because I don't have this. But I should have them because I built the other 2 cars. And although they are not the same... Why did that not... Oh, I guess that's different. That's cool. Well, I already got to sell something. There you go. Even though they're not the same, the taxi cab and this are. So I fixed up the Neighborhood one. And then I started working on the taxi cab, and then I realized that this was the same as the New York City taxi cab as far as the trim model is concerned. They have the same motor in them, basically. So I decided to work on that to have it ready to go. And then, man, I thought I had a lot more parts than I do, it looks like. But once I finished that up, I just decided, you know what, let's go ahead and buy the parts for the CVPI too. That I'm going to build up here. But, yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. There is a little bit of info I wanted to share with you guys that I did not share in the previous video that I recorded, which is the BMW M4. I don't have any of the videos scheduled yet, so this might come out before it. So, spoilers, if it hasn't came out yet, there's going to be an M4 that I restore. But, in the event that it already did come out, I did give myself a little bit of a challenge, and I did not, I tried not to buy any parts for it, and I was trying to consume all the parts that I had for the car. and that I would have 0 inventory remaining of parts. It turns out that I had a few brake. And I don't know how I had this. I had like a few brake rotors left over, which was really strange. But either way, wanted to just clue you guys in on it because I said the goal was that, and then I never did show it at the end of the video to see. But as you see now, like I have a bunch of stuff again, all torn apart. It's from the previous, or not previous, but the well, yeah, it is a little bit of the previous, the Crown Vics, as well as the 2 cars that well, you only saw one of them, but there's 2 of them that are sitting in the back there that'll be on a future video as well. Getting a little hint to it, it's the same car brand as what I'm working on right now, so it is a Ford that's back there. And like I said, I have 2 of them. Yeah, I think it's going to be the engine where I'm missing a lot of the parts. I want to say I have most of the suspension. So we are going to do some shopping lists for this. Let's go ahead and lower it back down. I know I'm kind of all over the place on what I'm repairing. I want to get the engine done first just because I believe I have most of the parts, but I could be wrong. So far, it's not been proving to be successful. Yeah, see, there you go. There's another one. I have been missing, because at first I was like, well, I'll just buy the parts and I'll do a speed up episode, but my voice is actually not doing too bad. So I figured I would do a video where I talk to you guys, as well as being a Crown Vic and being a channel that has a lot of LEO on it with Police Simulator and LSPDFR and IPD and anything else that's cop related that'll come out eventually. I figured I'd talk to you guys on this one because I know you guys would enjoy seeing the complete build of this car because it's absolutely a police legend vehicle, being the Ford Crown Victoria. There we go. Put this on. So I was debating on putting a supercharger in this thing and like doing the engine swap to a supercharged one, because you can do it. You can basically make the engine just like the one in the security car out there. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it original, and I wanted to make it somewhat like what it should be for a cop car. So speaking of LAPD, I do have plans to do additional updates to my LAPD non-ELS pack that's released. It's gonna be obviously, like if you're on my Discord, you've seen some of the stuff I want to do. It might not be something that's listed on the Discord. I kind of want to do, because I've picked up a few extra cars recently that I found that were unlocked, and the author gave me permission to use them. Basically, that's what they said when they uploaded them. They were just like, yeah, do whatever you want with them. I don't believe in like locking stuff and rights and this and that. And it's a guy that I've dealt with before that actually kind of taught me how to do GTA 5 vehicle dev stuff. So I just kind of stumbled on one of his old posts. I went through the comments, and sure enough, he okayed everybody to do with it whatever they want. So that'll definitely be something that I'll be adding to my LAPD pack. It'll be a little bit of a throwback, I guess you can say, with the vehicles. And when I say throwback, I mean back even further than like a Crown Vic in the case of like this here. It's even older than that. And I want to say it's going to be 2 cars, but I could be wrong. It might just be 1. But it'll be a nice addition for you guys that want to have some like older vehicles. And then if you guys are not on my Discord, there is other stuff that I list in the section for the LAPD pack that I just keep strictly for that. I do that on my Discord. I have sections where it's just the vehicle releases, and if I do updates, I just post in them. I rarely post anything because most of the time I don't do updates, but there is a list of vehicles I do want to do in the future in there. If you're not on my Discord, one of them is, and this is the same with this. Damn it, I deleted that. Did not mean to do that. There you go. One of them is, and it's for CHP too, is to do motorcycle units. So if I can get the light package for the motorcycle units for the Beamers, I definitely will be doing that. It'll be both for the LAPD pack as well as the CHP pack I have out there. So that'll be pretty cool. This is one of the things, yeah. I was going to say, this is one of the things I think is where I'm a little short on is the idle rollers. And I want to say it's just B, but it could be A too. Let's see, where's idle roller B? There they are. I want to say this car took an absurd amount of idle roller Bs than it normally would. Oh, I guess not. Was that okay too? Was that a good one? I guess it was. Okay. Not marked down in percentage points. But as you can see, as we're getting a little bit further into the build of the motor here, like you're noticing I'm not having to buy as much. That's kind of like at the point when I was like, yeah, you know, we probably should just buy the parts now. And then when I go to record the video, you guys aren't watching me flick through the screens constantly. There you go. Yeah, so going forward, I should have all the parts because, like I said, it was like near the mid to top end of the motor when I was like, you know, we probably should just buy the double up on the parts. Like whatever this car needs, just buy a double of it. So that way when I go to restore this one, I already have the parts. That's what I did with the BMW M4 video. I went through and basically restored 3 M4s, and all 3 of them had the same motor and same transmissions, same suspension setups. The only thing different on them was the wheels and tires. So I was like, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and just buy 3 of everything of whatever I need. And it seemed to work out pretty good. Other than, I don't know how I had extra rotors. That makes no sense how I ended up with that. I don't recall buying them. Maybe I did and I just don't remember. Alright, just trying to get the little bit of the suspension here put on. Why is this? Oh, it's already done. I was thinking I had one more to bolt to screw in. There we go. Alright, let's get this side done and buttoned up too. Kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of stuff that's like needing repairs from the other car that I just got done setting up for recording, which I shouldn't have taken it apart. I kind of got in the take it apart mode and getting it prepped for recording, and then I didn't really think about it like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this because you're trying to save parts for the Crown Vic only, and I don't want to accidentally borrow a part from here to put on another car that's similar. So that finally just kind of caused me to go, you know what? No, we probably should stop this. And then I just parked it in the back for the time being. There and in the paint booth too, so you guys couldn't see it. So weren't any spoilers. Let's get the other side here done. So yeah, the motor's pretty much done on this thing. The front end is about to be done on this thing. I just gotta finish up this side, and then we can start working on the rear end, which on this car it's not as bad. It's a solid rear axle instead of the ones that are a little more modern, like on the M4 where it's a little more complex. So like it requires a lot more bushings and a lot more little arm components here and there. I don't mind doing them. It's just that particular setup of suspension takes just a little bit longer than I would like it to. But it's nice. It's nice in detail and mixes things up and it presents a challenge. I'll try to do the star pattern for you guys. Get our exhaust on. Alright, exhaust system's in. Let's get the fuel tank in just because I don't want to forget the fuel pump because it sits way up there. Can't really see it and it's easy to forget. See how we're looking back here too. Yep, okay, we're good there. Yeah, 2 of the plates were broken, and I think 1 or 2 of the U-bolts were broken too on the 3 CVPIs I worked on here. And then, yeah, one of these wheel hubs was busted too. Which looks like I have more to repair from the other cars that I started taking apart early. I didn't do anything as far as fixes go for those parts. That's why I have so many parts that are just like beat up, and either you can't repair them or you still need to repair them. Because after I got done taking them apart, I was just like, you know what? We'll just leave this for now. Alright, drive shaft's on. The driver's side is done pretty much, from what I can tell. The passenger side is what we got left on the rear, and you see I'm smoking through it right now. Most of the stuff I'm not having to even bolt up here. It's just slapping it on the car. There we go. Alright, now we're just down to the wheel hub here. And we'll check it before we lower it, just to make sure I didn't forget a bushing or anything like that. But it should be done. There's no need to paint it. I am keeping the LAPD livery on it. That's what I wanted it to be. There are a few options for this car. There's the LAPD livery. There is a security livery, which you saw out there. The New York City livery, which you see out there. There's a New York City one, and there's also a Pennsylvania State one, which I was gonna, if the LAPD one wasn't going to be an option, I was gonna end up doing the Pennsylvania one, just to kind of, even though I have a New York City cab one out there, I was gonna do a Pennsylvania one and do a little gag with you guys. I'll change the license plate to Mariotti. I can never say the name right that Ryan and Bugs use. But if I did that, I think I'd feel like I would be compelled to talk in a Pennsylvania accent like they do, and I can't do that. I'm not that talented, so sorry. It was a lot of pressure on me. I was like, no, I don't think I could do that. And then when I saw the LAPD livery, I was like, oh, thank God, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be sitting here like this going, now we're putting the oils in the engines over here. Like, yeah, see, that was terrible. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. All right, let's put the power steering in. Then we just have windshield washer fluid. We'll have to do the alignment for the tires, and then we have to do the alignment for the headlights as well, just to make sure I'm not beaming somebody at night when I'm driving this thing. And then it should be good to go. I am not going to, however, well, how long has this been going? It's been going for a little while. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a little bit of a longer video, but I definitely want to drive the supercharged one, so you guys can check that out. And then we will drive this one too if there's enough time. All right, let's go over to the test path here. And that's, holy hell, this alignment's way out of whack. All right. There we go. That's done. And then we'll fix these headlights too. This car was actually pretty nice to pick up from the auction. It was mostly there body-wise. There was a few panels missing. But like there was just the engine block and like the suspension components. There was no engine. So it was kind of nice. It kind of makes me wish I didn't oh, it's going right there. Kind of makes me wish I didn't go this route and I did a supercharged one, but it is what it is. That's cool to see. The spotlight opens up with the door. Oh, it's got the tray in here too. The police version. There's a dash cam. It's alive. It runs. It's at 100%. I want to say, yep, it's at 100%. So I bought it at the auction for $16,170. I could retail it right now for $53,170, so I can make a break even $37,000 on this thing from what I paid for it to what I put into it. So not that bad. This car here, we'll take a look at the finances on it. So I bought it for $9,939 because it wasn't a barn. I could sell it for $33,242 for a profit of $23,303. It's not a whole lot, but it's a Crown Vic. It's not a collector's car. It is to some people in their eyes. But I mean, it's not like everybody sought after a Ford Crown Victoria here. This one, the cab, I bought it at out of the barn for $16,489. I could sell it for $46,403. That's not bad, and make a profit of $29,914. So not too shabby. But for the part we've all been waiting for, whoops, not saving the game. Let's go to the speed track. And we're going to take... Oh, well, spoiler, there you can see the other car now. Because the... I think that's the cab. Nope, that's the cop. That's LAPD. That's the cab. There it is. Yeah, because you can't get into the car of that. Or you can't get in the seat of this car. It's just for driving at the track. So I had to go through that menu. Oh, the dash is interesting. It's like an American flag or something. Alright, let's see how it does. No tuning, nothing like that. It's all stock. It's a supercharged car. Okay, we're gonna have to restart. We're gonna have to feather the throttle, it looks like. Here's where I went off earlier. This thing is fast. It's supercharged though, so it should be. Top speed of 179 in a Ford Crown Vic. That's insane. That is really cool. 179, and it's not even tuned. Alright, normally I do my little pass around thing, but I want to do the LAPD car. It's not going to be as fast, so LAPD is going to get probably walked all over compared to the to the security car here, but it'll be a lot of fun though to take out our work and try it out and see how it drives. Oh yeah, you guys got to see the next car I plan on working on. Just because I can't sit in that car. So let's go over here. We'll do our speed run in this and see how it does. Oh yeah, this ain't gonna... oh man, that is slow. It's cool the lights work on top though. That's cool of the author to get that to work too. Our top speed is climbing, but we're struggling to get there. We're running out of runway. I have 6 gears, okay. I don't think we're gonna be able to see the top speed. I think it's gonna run out of road before it gets there. Yep, we're gonna run out of road. 126. 126 is our top speed. Oh, it is what it is. Play around on the dirt with it a bit. Oh, and there goes there. The mod author does have some other things you can do with this. Actually, here, you know what? Let's just go ahead and return to the garage. We'll end the episode there, but the mod author has some things you could do differently too. The lights, for example, are tied into the windshield. And the rear windshield has, or the rear glass has it too. So you could make essentially an unmarked unit. The spotlight is tied into the mirror, so you could make one without the spotlight. There are doors that come without the bars on them too, which is pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I think for the doors, they have a version where you don't have this trim, and I just didn't see it, but I don't know. Either way, I was like, I already have it. I don't care. I'll just keep them on there. So... got a few options to it. Actually, here, I'll just show you guys real quick. So you get a few different RAM bar options. There's your typical New York City Police Department looking one. It's like your CHP, LA Sheriff's Department look. Then, oh yeah, so it is the same thing. There it is right there. There's the one with the no trim on it that I didn't look at. So that's the reason why mine have trim, because I didn't realize there was that difference between them. So you got a few different rear bumper options here. Some with like a little bumper on it for like a pit car. They have a wide body version of this car too. So I think they're trying to mimic that movie back in the day called Taxi. And I think that's why they have a wide body version of the car in here. But as you see, you got, well, here's the rear window first. You got dash cam, antennas, unmarked lights. Lights are on the unmarked. I don't know why there's two different versions of lights on. There might be something there. And then the windshield's tied in, so that's where like the taxi cab thing is. And you got your lights on, lights off. This is the one we went with the LAPD car. Then they have like a CHP looking light bar, or New York, I guess you can say, so for NYPD. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you got an unmarked here as well. So lots of options with this thing. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I've been looking forward to showcasing this mod to you guys, because I mean, this is a big LEO channel. Let's just be brutally honest with all of the law enforcement games I play. So it is what it is. I figured it'd be great to bring some of that over here to the car mechanic sim area. I know not everybody watches my LEO stuff that watch this series, but either way, I thought it'd be nice to bridge the gap between the two. Kind of bridge two different genres together. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 21. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.